Hey traders, Risky Business One here again. Another thing that I wanted to kind of impart to y'all was the power of consistency. If you are a newer trader, obviously we come into this game, we want to make lots of money, we want to do big, great things, we got dreams, we have dreams, but we don't have the finances to pursue those dreams, right? So the power of consistency is understated, I think, in trading. Everybody talks about having a great setup and managing risk, and those things are great, and they should be emphasized greatly. But when it comes to consistency, it has the special effect that it manages your emotions. It takes away a lot of the volatility, or I guess what I'm saying is it's a way to not add extra risk. So if you have a setup and it's just a regular day-to-day setup that you just use all the time, but it's not good for like FOMC, for instance, or earnings, you don't want to participate in events like that add extra risk to what you already have. Your goal, your edge needs to be to have the risk in your favor as much as you can. Have those tables tilted in your favor as much as possible. And when you take those things that you're not used to doing and you add them to your trading, this is going to reduce the likelihood that you are going to be successful in the long term. You might have a nice lucky win, but that's what it is luck. And at that point, it is gambling. So when it comes to consistency, what I really want to drill into you is, what you do every day, preparing for the day, using the same size until you're comfortable with it, and then slowly sizing up. Like, there are traders that I know who are very, very consistent traders. They hit that 1% a day mark. That's what they're aiming for. They're not looking for huge gains every single day, like 20% of their account. No, the real consistently profitable traders start with consistency first, right? So you need to get consistent, and then you need to be profitable, and then you need to be consistently profitable, and then you need to work on being highly no, that's not the right way I want to say it. You want to be very highly profitable and consistent. So that's like the final level, I guess. So that's basically just comes with size. So size is like the last thing. I've heard that said before too. Size is the last thing that you want to add as a trader, and that is very true. And consistency is also kind of difficult because it goes against a lot of your nature. If you're like me, you want to do things different a lot of times. You want to try out a couple of different things and see how it works. Like, I want to try this setup, or I want to try that. I want to do power gaps, or I want to do breakout strategies, or I want to do mean reversion or something. Let's try volume profile or whatever. There's so many methods that you can use that will make you profitable. I mean, I know people that are profitable using all of those. So it's not about the strategy per se. It's about like how you implement the strategy, how you implement your stop losses, how nuanced your setup. So the more time that you spend drilling into what you use, the better off you're going to be. Like, I know guys that use trendline breaks with volume profile that have proved to work very well for them. I personally use strictly price action, and I just kind of look at volume profile and VWAP just to kind of give me some reference of, where price might like to go back to or something like that. So that's some of my thoughts on consistency. I kind of wanted to just, throw it out there more as a mental note. If you are like me and you're working your way through this training journey, which I have been for some time, don't feel bad that you're not where you want to be. One of the things that I do as a hobby is volleyball. And in volleyball, there is a method to how you hit the ball. I'm a hitter. So it basically means like we're saying volleyball. So whenever you get set or something like that, my job is to hit the ball at the other opponent as hard as I can or where I want it to go. So placing it, in other words. So with volleyball, there's a method to how you hit the ball, especially for power. You can't just run up there and hit it. Like, you have to know your steps. You have to know where the set goes. You have to watch it. And you also have to read the defense. So you have to do all of those three things. And in trading, it's very similar. Like, the set is your setup, right? And you have to know where the set is in relation to your goal. So you have to, know where you're going to put it. You have to use the right approach, and in trading, that might be, taking into account your size. I don't have to think about that because I use 4 contracts right now for every trade that I trade. And the next thing, how am I going to attack this? Like, once my approach is good, am I going to spot this or I'm going to swing for it? And sometimes you might not know. Sometimes you don't know until the opportunity is right there and it's like, oh crap, the defense is not blocking, so I'm going to crush it. There's no resistance here. I'm just going to swing for the fences and kill it. Other times you're like, okay, well, I can see this is encountering some resistance. In volleyball, it'd be like a defender coming up trying to block your shot. So you have to take what you can get sometimes, see what's open, put it there. In trading, it's kind of like you're in a trade that has high resistance, and that high resistance trade may not work out past your profit target. That's something that you have to determine based on your application of your setup. So I have 2 setups that I trade. I call it the CONEX, and which stands for Consolidation Expansion Model. And then I have the double or nothing trades. So they basically look for, consolidation, 1 or 2 fake outs. It depends. Those fake outs will be categorized based on the number of touches in the consolidation zone. Kind of giving away my secrets right now, but it's okay. I've shared this with some people, and they're like, "Oh no, it's just typical breakout strategies, whatever." So I'm getting out of the weeds, so I'm probably gonna kill this one and maybe make this a different video. I feel like I'm talking to myself, and I feel like I'm talking to y'all at the same time. It feels good because maybe somebody that's watching this video is also like, man, I just have somebody that I can share my strategies with and just talk it through. And honestly, it's like I got a trading best friend that I've never met. So it's pretty awesome. So